Welcome to The War on Business Books. Today we're going to talk about Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull. Ed is the founder of Pixar. Pixar, of course, brought us such wonderful animated films as Toy Story, Up, just some really fantastic animation. And in this book, he's describing how he built the company. Now, first off, strong recommendation. This book is a great read, and if you do any sort of creative work, or honestly, if you just are a manager, if you deal with people, it is a great book. One of the things that I really latched onto was his discussion of honesty versus candor. And he's talking about this in the context of how do you make great creative work. If you're trying to produce something that is wonderful, you need input and feedback from other people. So how do you stage that? How do you architect that? And he says that the word honesty actually has some problems in it. In that if you're trying to get feedback from someone and they give you honest feedback, sometimes it's not helpful. The thing that those people will fall back on is they'll say, hey, I'm just being honest. That's how it is. And that's why he recommends using the word candor. And that if you think about giving candid feedback, it's got that same degree of frankness and forthrightness, but there's a little bit of reserve there. There's a little bit of thinking about the audience who's going to receive it and trying to make sure that it's useful. And that the word honesty has a little bit of baggage with it. So if you are someone who gives feedback, it might be useful to think about that dichotomy between honesty and candor. And strive to have more candor in how you deliver your feedback. You want to be forthright and you want to be frank, but that's no reason to brutalize someone with feedback that just tells them that their work is terrible, right? If we're thinking about the recipient, one idea is, of course, being timely, right? If you give someone saying, hey, there's fundamental flaws in the work that you're doing. If you give that to them the day before they have to submit it, you're not doing them any favors, right? They don't have time to course correct and remedy that situation at that point. And so being candid means thinking about, what if you delivered that a little bit earlier? What if you thought about just how it's going to affect them and where they are in the particular process? So if you're a manager, if you're a creator, I hope this is helpful to you. See you on the next episode.